Hello, everyone, and welcome to a spotlight from Built in the Bluegrass. I am Tom Lawson. I am your host and EP here at Built in the Bluegrass, and it is now down to the final four of the Coolest Thing Made in Kentucky tournament, brought to you by Cam. And we are here with one of the finalists, Bullard, here with one of their cool products. I know they have a pretty extensive line, but I will let our guest kind of take it away and introduce themselves.
Sure. Thank you, Tom. So I'm Wells Bullard, and I am the president and CEO of Bullard, which is a safety equipment manufacturer that's based right here in Kentucky that protects people all around the world. I'm also the great granddaughter of our founder. So our business is in its fifth generation of family ownership. And I'm just so lucky to work with a really tremendous team of committed and capable and caring people who protect brave workers around the world so that they can work productively and go home safely at the end of the day.
Yeah, I looked at your website. There's quite a few, it's all safety stuff, but there's quite a few different lines of safety hats, and I saw life sciences and emergency response people, so that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Um, Kind of give a quick overview. I know you say you're a manufacturer, but give a quick overview of what Buller does every day.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Great question, because we actually design our products, we develop them, we manufacture them, we market, and then we sell them, and we sell differentiated valued safety equipment. So as you were mentioning, we protect firefighters, we protect first responders with our fire and rescue helmets and thermal imaging cameras. And we also protect pharmaceutical manufacturers, life sciences workers, metal coaters and abrasive blasters with respiratory protection. And we also protect utilities and construction workers with hard hats, safety helmets, face protection. So in short, we protect people, in a variety of different industries all over the world as the premier choice of safety champions in each product application.
Yeah, that's awesome. The coolest thing made in Kentucky has a little bit of history with that, as last year Lions Group did kind of take home the prize there. So
Yeah.
uh, this is kind of along the same lines, but this year you all have the Adaptix helmet, which has gotten to the final four. Tell me a little bit about that. What makes the Adaptix helmet a little bit different than, say, your regular safety helmet?
Yeah, so the Bullard Adaptix Type 2 safety helmet is just a really exciting innovation from us that represents kind of the future of head protection, and it's from the company that invented the hard hat. So my great grandfather, fun trivia fact, my great grandfather actually invented the first industrial hard hat, and that was back in 1919. So since then, we've continued to innovate and watch and listen to our customers to try to bring new solutions to solve their problems. The cool things with the Adaptix, I can bring one out to show you, but with the Adaptix is that it protects from both the top and the side impacts as a type 2 safety helmet. And we've got third-party declaration of conformity to back that up. It's then super adaptable. So it can be used as a safety helmet. So as you see, kind of a climbing style, or there's actually this flexible flex brim that is easily removable. And that way, if you need to be protected from debris or from sun or rain, you can have that. So it's highly adaptable. So it's that low profile climbing style helmet, but then it converts to that full brim depending on the hazards that the user is facing, the environment that they're operating in. It's incredibly comfortable. So it's a really low profile design. So it's really balanced. And then it's spacious. So it can fit, everybody has different heads, right? So different head shapes and sizes. And so it's really adaptable and comfortable for a variety of head shapes and sizes. And then the ride height is adjustable. So that's a big thing in the comfort and how things fit. And then we call it the science of comfort. So we have some just incredible engineers in our organization, and they've actually engineered to avoid kind of pressure points. And so we actually have science to back up how comfortable it is on your head. Because if you're going to wear it for 8, 10 hours, I mean, PPE is only effective when it's worn. So we want you to be wearing it to keep you safe. And then it's really easy to use. So it's cleanable, and the parts are all field replaceable. So it's really easy to use. And then it's got integrated accessories like eye protection, hearing protection, lights, sun and neck shades, all the things that you'd need to keep you safe on the job. And then it's very customizable. So hard hats are often kind of like billboards, right? So when somebody shows up on a job site or they show up in your backyard and they're wearing something, they've got their billboard. And so we can put logos on the front and back and the sides and do different striping to keep you visible in low light. And then there's a whole bunch of different color combinations with the shell and the brim. And yeah, and then there's some optional add-ons of additional safety things like MIPS, rotational force, and to reduce rotational motion, and then twice knee smart technology to keep vitals in case there's an emergency. So all in all, I guess I just say it's a really exciting innovation. It was built for and with construction and utilities use workers, and just kind of boasts a lot of the features and benefits that they really need to keep them productive, safe, comfortable, and looking good on the job site.
Yeah, you mentioned looking good. It does look good. I haven't
Yeah.
seen a safety helmet that actually looks cool. When I saw it, I kind of attuned it to some of the revolutionary things that they're doing in like the NFL helmets. And I was like, that kind of reminds me of some of the stuff that they've introduced into the safety into that area, which is makes the helmets kind of actually look a lot cooler than what you would think.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So for those who really like that cool, that climbing style helmet, right? We have that. And then if you kind of like the traditional having the brim and looking more like that, we've got those options. And then Bullard also makes a whole array of hard hats, the traditional hard hats that you're used to, in addition to the safety helmets. So again, it all depends on the hazards that you're facing. So you pick the right solution for what you're facing, and then you get to choose kind of the look, the style, the fit, the feel, the other features that you need.
Nice. So obviously you guys are here. You're in the Final Four
Yay.
for the coolest thing made in Kentucky. That's awesome. Why do you think the listeners should, vote for Bullard?
Yeah, vote for Bullard. So I think there's a lot of great reasons to vote for Bullard. Again, I'll just restate that we design, we develop, we manufacture all of our life-saving products right here in the Bluegrass. Everything is designed, developed, and manufactured here in the Bluegrass between an office in Lexington and then our manufacturing facility in Cynthiana. So between Fayette and Harrison counties, we're all right here, right in central Kentucky, making and designing and developing these incredible products for our just awesome customers. We then take these proudly Kentucky-made products, and then we protect incredibly brave workers. As I mentioned, firefighters, utility workers, pharmaceutical manufacturers, construction workers, and we protect them all over the world. So we've got offices in Germany and Singapore, and those support our customers in Europe and Asia. And then we've got sales people all over the world to be there face-to-face in the field with our customers. As I mentioned before, we're fifth generation family owned. We have the most incredible teammates who work so hard and work so smart to protect the most deserving customers. As I mentioned before, my great-grandfather invented the first industrial hard hat. So I think it's pretty cool that, more than 100 years later, we're still innovating on that safety equipment and bringing great solutions to customers. And I always say it, Bullard is 128 years young, and we're looking to continue to build on our legacy. And as I said, our team is just full of some of the best people you will meet. And then we're so honored to be trusted by these just incredibly brave customers who work so hard and deserve to trust their safety equipment and go home to their loved ones at the end of the day. So I guess I'd say a final reason to vote for us is if you've ever met someone who works at Bullard or has worked at Bullard, or if you've ever met one of our amazing customers, you know why you want to support them and why you want to vote for us. We just want to get the word out to keep even more people safe.
Yeah, obviously I have met you a few times and we've chatted. It's always been very pleasant, and I'm sure that trickles down through your culture, from you down to all your employees. Well, I won't keep you. Give us a little bit of contact information on the company if somebody wants to work for you or needs some of your products, wants to look you up. How do they do that?
Yes, so we try to make that easy. So our website is just www.bullard.com. You can email us if you don't know who you're trying to reach out to, but you just want to email Bullard. Go to info, so info, info like information at bullard.com, and our amazing team who receives those emails will send you to the right place. And then we've got LinkedIn, we've got Instagram, Facebook. You can find us. We don't hide. Yeah, at bullard.com, and then bullard.com/careers is where you can always find information about our products and also information about how you could join the team.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. Good luck in the tournament. I think this is the first year I've seen you all in it. So
yes.
Hopefully we, get to the finals. And
yeah, we're super excited. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Again, it was a pleasure. This has been Tom Lawson with Built in the Bluegrass, and we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Built in the Bluegrass. We hope you're leaving this episode with a better understanding of the cool stuff made in Kentucky. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're subscribed to the show. This way you'll get notified as new episodes become available. Until next time.